Well, it's starting soon. And it's showing up in the Discord too. I mean, yeah, but I was more or less checking ours. Um, And we're on.
Cool.
Let's see.
Hello,
Welcome, everybody. Welcome, chat. Um,
Can
before we
they
get
hear
to,
us? So, sorry, last stream they couldn't hear the Discord, and it looks like it's
Oof.
picking up here.
Yeah, it seems to have been picking up for me as well.
Alrighty. Yes.
Yep.
all right. Well, before we get too far into everything, couple announcements. I gave out these announcements yesterday as well, but due to unfortunate IRL situations, Decaden is not going to be with us for a while. He is planning on coming back. It's just a matter of when is he going to be able to come back, which everything's going on to with him. We're all hoping and praying that everything picks up for him. But in the meantime, we have a guest player with us, Saishu. Saishu, you want to introduce yourself a little bit? Anything you want to tell about yourself?
Don't believe I have much of an introduction, so I should just say, hello everyone, and welcome for tuning in. As mentioned, I'm named Saichu, and I'm going taking the place of Dick Hayden. So, hello. Beyond that, I don't have much else to say.
All right. So going on with that, he will be taking the place of Decaden. He is playing as Marcus until we finish Switzerland. At which point we will be going back to guilds for a while. Um, and when we finish Switzerland, right before we start guilds, Saishu will be making the decision whether or not he wants to completely join the group or just stay as a guest. So here's hoping. Maybe he'll stay on as a member of the group, and we'll have some fun with guilds with Smole and Mew and
Gregor
Shivo.
and Shiva, yes.
I
And
don't know. I
green
don't know.
and
I don't know.
red and black.
Yeah, yeah. The misfits over there. So, another piece of important announcement. We were offered a affiliate deal with Smiteworks, the creators of Fantasy Grounds and Fantasy Grounds Unity. For those of you who don't know, the platform that I actually use to play D&D with is Fantasy Grounds Unity. So, what is Fantasy Grounds Unity? It is this incredible platform to play any TTRPG that you want. They've got things set up where you can play Pathfinder. If you can put it in a TTRPG format, it'll run it. And unlike some of the other competing platforms like Roll20 or anything like that, the character sheets are on Fantasy Grounds. Everything, all the information that you are needing is localized and condensed in Fantasy Grounds. And they actually parse everything in for you to keep it as cohesive as possible and as easy as possible to use. As a DM, I simply love using it. I've been using it for years. Uh, I will not, as a DM, run a campaign without using Fantasy Grounds. That being said, if any of you ever want to try it out or anything, we actually have a link on our Twitch page and our YouTube page. Just click on it. You can browse around on their store there. It contains many different. It contains the licenses for Fantasy Grounds, which you can get the free demo, the standard, and then there's the ultimate license, which is what I have. And then it contains all these different modules that you can purchase that has all the information incorporated in. If you want to play just like, say, the Mines of Fandelver, they've actually got a module set that includes all the Mines of Fandelver stuff. You get it, and then when you update, you just update your Fantasy Grounds through the updater, and you've got all the maps, all the NPCs, everything that you need in order to run that campaign already set. All you need from there is the players. So, moving back into the actual gameplay, though, we have. It's been quite a little bit since the last time we played. Any one of you remember what was going on? I'm not going to force you to do the recap, but any of you actually remember what you had gone through?
I remember vague bits. I remember the few major things I remember is we crashed a meta D&D game.
Reaching clear.
Reaching clear, yes. Ari got kicked by a horse. An Archfiend decided to show up. And Lisa Stokes is in trouble. To what extent, I don't remember anything else. Anything
I
really
like
minor.
I got kicked by a horse as
That
one of
was-
the major things.
That was your own fault, by the way.
Yep.
I remember that scene fondly, even though I told you to stop helping.
That's true.
So, to elaborate on that, the four of you, along with Lisa, actually made it out of the woods and made it back to town. However, there was a big to do as the illusion that was cast over the party where everybody thought Marcus had shot Lisa. There apparently was a witness that made a mad dash through all that and made it back to town before the rest of you. Which, of course, has got the town kind of up in arms after you. And after some convincing, you agreed to let Lisa go with some members of the town to go to their clinic where she would be checked on and treated. During this, you make it back to the inn to try to reconnect with Viola von Oshurtz, only to discover that her hotel room's been broken in. There's been some sort of scene there. There's people working to replace the door, and this cues Marcus to go around and start intimidating everybody in town. Finally, everybody makes it around. Make it to the shop to discover, as it was the shop owner's wife that was working the shift before. And then after that, you guys decided that you were going to, well, Marcus went to go check on Lisa to make sure she was all right. And then some of you had noticed some suspicious activity as a man in black cloak and Jovi were meeting up in this one abandoned house. This is the point where, after some eavesdropping, there were some suggestive comments made. To which everybody's like, you know what? We're going to do this. And then Marcus and Jade's like, you know what? We're going to do this right. So Ari decides she's going to blow the door up with her hand. Marcus goes charging in with a sword, only to discover this is a very primitive setup called Magical Fantasy Adventure, which is a tabletop game that a group of, I don't want to say teens, they're older than that. They're in their early 20s. So a group in their early 20s were gathered together playing.
Also, who is the man in the black cloak?
That would have been the what would have been their version of the DM.
Oh. No, it feels like somebody else was there, though. Someone went.
You mean there was him, one guy with a pot on his head that served as being a helmet, another guy with metal around his chest, and then a woman who had kind of like a stick tiara kind of in the top of her hair, and this large stick with a rock attached to the end of it that you can kind of like, with the appearance of kind of like a hammer. And then there was Jovi, dressed as fanciful as usual. Fast forwarding, Jovi gives you the information to where you need to find Viola. You go there, you meet with the mayor, gather a bit of information as he sent a letter with you. Upon reading the letter, starts to come out that maybe Lisa's not who she says she is. Something's going on. Apparently, Lisa was terminated from her position in the American government for colluding with magical terrorists. From there, you notice Lisa's gone missing, and it is around that time things start going crazy. There's a horse at the edge of town that just goes berserk. Hope and Ari go to attempt to corral this thing in. And then Marcus and Flicker stay behind with Viola, only for the door of the cabin to suddenly be slammed open. Marcus is able to sense a presence there. He goes out following the presence, and after a while, he uses his divine sense and discovers that it is, in fact, something comparable to an archfiend. In which case, he takes off running. And then when the archfiend disappears, the horse does finally calm down. After that, the group goes and meets back up as Lisa meets them close to the edge of the town. They have a few exchanges. Discovered Lisa claims to have attempted to been poisoned. Someone tried to poison her. But she says she's going to sit outside town and hide out there until she's able to rest herself up and tend to her own wounds herself. The description of the man she gave that attempted to poison her was something that Marcus and the rest of you noted matched the description of the mayor. And from there, everybody decided it was about time to start our long rest. Flicker, you've already done your roles for your performance, but let me pull up the map and share it with you.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like someone just vanished.
It was a combine. And he's returned.
You see, you went idle somehow. Okay.
All right, well, I'm resharing the map for all of you. You're starting off, it is kind of 4 p.m. Marcus, you note that you do know it has to be about 5:30 before you start.
Alright.
And it looks like someone wrote Fiend over where the Archfiend appeared.
Amazing.
I believe that
Really,
was.
that's for sure.
Yeah, it was right here.
Sounds like a combine move.
When in
What do you
doubt,
mean? What do you mean? No, I make big ass circles. I don't make words.
You keep messing with people's holes.
I'll mess up. I'll mess up holes again. What?
Noting that the building that Hope is currently in, right above where it says Fiend, that is actually the cabin where I think that one's the cabin. Hold on. No, the cabin is actually right above it. That is the one where Viola was.
Right here. Whee!
Right there.
Okay.
But all of you are starting off down here where Ari is. That's where you all met up with Lisa. All right. So I want you four to tell me what you're going to do to start off your long rest. Marcus, I will note that you know it is 4 p.m. You have about another hour and a half before you can actually do the ceremony in order that's part of your oath.
Mhm.
So tell me what you guys want to do to start off your long rest before I decide to roll a dice and ask each one individually.
Mm,
Are you gonna do that again? We don't
I will be
have any.
first.
We don't have any money, so we can't go shopping.
Mhm.
You sure?
Well, I mean, I don't have any money.
That's from what I'm seeing. I don't have any money.
Let me see how much money I have.
I
Oh
got
no, I'm wrong. I have 10 pounds.
Noting that
What?
that's British currency and you're not able to use it here.
right. I
Yeah.
got 13.
When
Yeah,
you're
I'm
outside,
Switzerland.
when you're outside of Britain and London area, you would use the gold pieces, the platinum, the silver, and the
Mhm.
copper.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, what about Ireland?
Ireland's Ireland. They're different countries, even in today's standards. Scotland is its own country. England is a country. Wales is a country. And then Northern Ireland, but they're all under the UK.
Okay. I thought.
Scotland forever.
So basically, I only have 13 copper pieces, and I know I can't buy anything with that. Not anything useful.
Yeah.
So. I guess. Well, this is a small town. I don't know if it'll do anything for me. Uh,
Yeah, I wonder what there is to do before I take the long rest.
I could like beg for money, but like using my alms.
Well, I'm performing to do my money, so.
Yeah.
And then
Keeping in mind that Ari said that she was going to go investigate magical fantasy adventure with Jovi and try to talk Flicker up to Jovi.
yes, I remember
That was one
you.
thing you forgot to mention in
Oh,
the
that's right.
in the recap. That little wink that was given as Jovi passed that letter on to
I will
Kamba
not.
or to Flicker.
I will not. No. Yo, you
This
won't force me.
this could be good
Flicker,
for the
you're going to
group.
go. Flicker's going to go perform. That's his. thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or you can-
Whereas I am not gonna go and perform. I'm instead gonna go ahead and oh, where'd you go?
Flicker's going to be up here performing.
Yeah.
What's that up
I
there?
don't
The
want to deal with you.
kitchen?
I want to perform.
Well, actually, this would be the pub right here. So this would be. No, that's the end. No, that's the end. Yeah. I gotta look at my notes. Yeah, this would be the pub right here.
You
This
might
would
want
be
to
where
write them
Flicker.
down. You might want to write them on the map.
I'll write him on the
I
map.
got
Hold
him.
on, like this.
I got
Yeah,
them
like
wrote.
Fiend.
I got them wrote in my own personal notes. That's pinned on the map.
Thank you, whoever wrote that.
Combi. All right, so he's going to be here performing. Ari, you're effectively going to be. Where was it? Here it is.
Yersh.
Oh, that's right. I was gonna go with Ari. I
So you're
remember
going to
now.
go.
Yeah, because
All
I was
right.
tempted to play the game, but Marcus was so upset. I was like, maybe now's not a good time.
All right. And Marcus, what are you going to do for the first hour and a half?
I'm still not certain. I might just go with everyone else, despite not having anything on me.
When you say everybody else, there's two everybody else's. There's Combi over here in the pub performing, and there's Ari and Hope over here playing a tabletop game.
I think I'll go with Flicker and perform.
That might be the smart thing. He blew up the door last session.
Maybe.
Technically, I blew up the door last session.
Oh,
He
that's
just came in with a sword. I'm the one who's going back with my blowy uppiness.
Oh, that's right. But you can't do that again, can you?
I mean,
Okay.
I could.
Okay, so start things off.
Let's see.
Flicker, we're going
Yes.
to we're going to start off with you. Tell me about your performance. You've already rolled for it, so
Okay, I've already. Okay.
I play some little Chinese folk songs. No, I'm like fucking. I don't know how to say it. It's like foreign music type beat type shit.
that is a very broad spectrum.
Well, Chinese. So
Like nursery.
I don't know how to
rhymes,
explain
or-
it. I've heard it a lot, but I don't know how to exactly explain it.
All right.
Are you talking like Vietnamese country folk type?
Chinese, but yes.
Vietnamese, Chinese, same thing.
No, they're not.
That I simply jest.
So, Ari,
Well, it's
Hope,
foreign enough.
Ari, Hope. As you come up to the house, you note that where the door used to be, there's now like a couple of tables propped up on the inside.
Oh.
And as you knock on the door, as you knock on, well, this version of the door,
Hope, are we knocking or are we blowing up this so-called door?
No, let's be polite. Hello.
Okay.
just surprise, motherfuckers. We're
Exactly.
so as you knock, you hear a group of them start sliding the door over and or sliding the tables over, and you see the guy that was the GM and the guy with the pot on his head are the two that actually moved the tables out of the way and let you in. You see
I see
Jovi there.
for my
Jovi's
magic
see Jovi there. Oh, welcome back. What brings you here?
Ah,
you
we
want-
were curious. Oh, you go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
So, we noticed your game and we wanted to see and take you up on your offer on how to play. And, just because us entertainers, we want to improve on our skills of entertaining amongst the folk. Maybe join along.
Well, if you want to pick up on how to play it, then yeah, by all means. Uh, First, you should get to know everybody. And he points to the guy in the black cloak. Now, this is Clarence. Clarence kind of waves at you. He's actually originally from America. His family moved out here a few years ago. Points to the guy with the pot on his head. This is Hans. Points to the woman. This is Hans' older sister, Griselda. And then points to the guy with the metal plate. And this is Jorgen, her fiance. At what point the woman with introduced as Griselda rushes up, is like, "Really, you're going to come play with us? This is so exciting. I won't actually be the only woman at the table."
Heck yeah, let's beat the boys.
Oh, that's not how this works. See,
Wait, no, I didn't actually mean that as my response. I just made.
This means war.
too late. It's canon now. No, that's not how.
Yeah.
See, we all play different characters with different skills. And the way we actually work together in order to solve problems. See, in this game, I play a warrior princess whose clan was endangered by an evil necromancer. And we're at the point where we are trapped in a lair. With me, we have, and points at Hans, a guard who came with us in order to keep us safe, and then points to Jorgen. And this is the Royal Knight Commander, who me and him have a secret love affair going on. And then she points over to Jovi, and he is a traveling performer that we actually came across that wants to witness everything and tell our tale.
Ah, speaking of performers.
Please don't.
Oh no.
Well, I mean, I will point out that that Ari and Flicker do have a bit of a beef still between us, so I can see that happening. Setting
I
him
will
up.
eviscerate you from this world.
So,
So
Joby, you play a performer.
let me
So is that what?
pause us for a moment.
Okay.
Let me pause this. Sasha, I don't know how much of this is you are actually knowing what's going on, but in chapter 1,
I
Ari actually led a underground criminal gang, and everybody else had to go track her down and capture her, which everybody else included Flicker and Hope. Marcus was not there.
uh
The Flicker and Hope and somebody else. So they go and they capture her. In the process of it, though, Hope sits there and uses burning hands and lights up half of Ari's crew on fire, killing them. So at this point, Flicker's like, you know what? I'm going to make jokes to Ari about how her teammates are cooked to a crisp and ask her if she wants some steaks.
oh my god.
Yeah, so now this is really hit wrong with Ari because these are friends and colleagues and people she grew up with that they're killing and making jokes about it.
Yeah.
Well,
Sounds about
rather,
right.
yeah. So, and in last session, we've established that, you know, Joby has an interest in Flicker.
Oh no.
Yes, Joey has an interest in Flicker. So,
I mean, you say, oh no.
I say, oh no.
all right, now continue on, Ari. While you're doing this, while you guys are talking, Clarence is going to be kind of showing you how to create your characters and everything. So, I want you to first roll me intelligence checks, the two of you.
Intelligent. Like intelligence saves?
Checks, intelligence checks on your main page.
Wah, wah.
Bar for the win. Wait till Jovi gets over there. Are you gonna say that too?
All right. So you pretty much spend the next hour and a half trying to understand the rules, and you do finally get your character set up. Tell me about the conversation you're having in that meantime.
Wait.
So, Jovi, you're a performer there. Is that why you caught an eye for our dear friend Flicker?
I'm going to skin you.
You're not part of this conversation, Bard.
No, I just couldn't help but notice he something about him. He seems rather exceptional in the performing arts. Just happened to catch my eye.
Ah,
The exceptional rolls on that one.
Yeah, he's not very good at performing.
That's okay, because he's about to come visit you and you're doing your best performance ever.
well, I do know he knows how to play his instrument there. He can definitely sing some songs, and he is performing as we speak. So
Oh, really?
maybe he could serenade you in some way.
I'm gonna skin you.
He gives a chuckle. So, where exactly would he be performing at?
Hmm. Let's see. I believe he said he was gonna go over to the pub. Maybe you can fancy him a drink as well.
Yeah, perhaps whenever we're done here, we'll all go together.
Sounds good.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
Through all this, Griselda comes over to you, Hope, grabs your hands. Oh, I have a wonderful idea. You two could be members of my kingdom, expert assassins that came to help us in our time of need.
That sounds like a good idea. Uh, what kind of characters are available to play as? Like race. Yeah, races that are available according to this.
What do you mean, racist?
Oh, I must have misunderstood then.
Oh, so like the fairy tales. We do have, I think in this world, we do have elves, and there are humans, of course. And as she looks over at Clarence, he said, there's human, elves, and dwarves. Your kingdom is a human kingdom.
Hmm.
Yeah, we'll play as
shoot, shoot, no kobolds, no meta small bacon.
That's kind of what I was hoping for. But like having a little meta small bacon. But we'll play. This human assassin looks good. I'll try that.
All right. What about you, Ari?
I want to be the magic tree.
What?
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 Magic tree.
I'm gonna be a magic tree.
I
I'm sorry. I don't have anything set up for a tree. Um, like I said, human, elf, or dwarf.
Hmm.
Double down. Go more tree.
I guess the elves are more tree because they're tall.
Is that a halfway joke?
Okay. And how would you like to play? We have you can either be a warrior, you can be a scout, you can be a spellcaster, or you can be an entertainer. The scout would be what she was referring to as the assassin.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oops.
I'll be a scout.
Which one you see her clapping, Griselda clapping, yay! She said, so where we're at is we finally cornered the necromancer, and he's just started bringing up an army of skeletons against us. So scary. And we're all outnumbered 20 to 1. We don't know how we're going to survive. She said, so I think you could come in and save the day with us.
Light work.
Yeah. Sure.
At this point, this is it's getting kind of late. This is about 5:30ish at this point. You know, as the sun is starting to go down. This would be the point where Clarence is like, okay, well, how about we pick this up maybe tomorrow? Because it's
Yeah.
getting kind of late today. And Jove is like, yes, and I would like to go see this flicker perform before he decides to call it a day.
That sounds good.
Sounds good to me.
We'll go with you. Or I'll go with you.
Alrighty. So there's that. We're going to jump over to Marcus. Marcus, it's about 5:20ish. You know, at this point, this is something where you're going to have to go outside of town and start a ceremony.
Uh-huh.
So, about what time are you actually wanting to leave the pub? And it has to be, the ceremony has to start itself at around 5:30.
I think it would be a good idea to head out like 10-2, I believe. So that would be about 5:20. Yeah.
Okay, so about 5:20. I would ask, you've not had any time to prepare or anything for this, and this is somebody else's character that you just have no idea what's really going on a whole lot. So normally I would ask, like, what kind of ceremony are you wanting to prepare?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But noting that, you know, this is for the Lady of the Night,
Uh-huh.
the Lady of Shadows, I should say. So you go out, you go to a shadowed place, you start setting everything up, and you begin your 30-minute long prayer as you go to do your devotion, your oath to her.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Combi, I need Flicker to roll me a wisdom saving throw. Oh, perfect. I just saw the BRB.
You just saw that. Oh boy.
Damn, Bard. He's running away from Jovi.
He doesn't know Joby's coming. He thought he evaded Joby.
And that's true. He's preparing his serenade. That's what it is.
Alright. I want to ask, are we going to try to plan on hooking Jovi and Flicker up?
Well, that was my intention, but I wasn't going to say it in front of Jovi.
So you want to try it? Try to persuade Flicker and Jovi together? Just to get back at Combi? He might be
I
listening.
think
He might.
you you could probably talk to Flicker more than I could.
Alright.
But you could also talk to Jovi, and I'll just talk to Flicker. It doesn't matter to me.
It don't
Whichever
matter. Whichever.
You know what? We're gonna let fate decide right over here.
Oh, we're gonna.
I'm
let
gonna
fate
roll a
decide.
D. Zanzi, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Oh, I've been hitting the wrong button trying to talk. Space, can you hear me from where you are? Thank you, Jade, for fixing that.
Yeah, I fixed one of them anyway. I don't know
Uh,
what happened with that.
yeah, I think Space just got confused as to who that was. Um, yeah, Space. I don't know if you can hear me wherever you're lurking from, but C4 Lin Zero is actually Combi. Please don't ban him.
Also, don't ban me. My chatbots ain't working.
Ban the bard. Ban
Ban
the
the
bard.
bar.
And the Bard.
gonna show up if I put an emoji. What's gonna happen? Oh, I'm a tabletop hazard. Okay. My chatbots is not working on my Suzuma side, so.
Try exiting out and reloading.
I did like 3 times.
Interesting.
And does that sometimes. That's why I started having to play Danganronpa on the from the OBS side. That way, I can at least see the chat because the stream chat will work on the OBS, but sometimes it won't always work from the Twitch site.
So, I'm gonna.
All right. So while we're waiting on that, because there's a whole thing, I'm going to cover about the 30 minutes that Marcus is doing with his ceremony. Marcus, as you're performing your ceremony, you notice it starts getting darker and darker and darker. And as you're knelt in prayer in the middle of these shadows, you notice more shadows seems to crawl in, and then start to circle around you. To eventually, it's almost as if they envelop you. And I need you to roll me a charisma check.
Sorry.
Hello, Marcus?
Oh, sorry. Right, so charisma, you say?
Yeah.
Just check. Just
Yeah, basically,
all right.
you are calling in part of an aspect
Uh-huh.
of the lady that you serve. And you also notice that there's
Oh, that's
an
beautiful. I give him
archfiend.
1.
Yeah. You can actually, if you go on your main page on
All right.
Marcus, yeah, where it says charisma, just double check that box. That's what I would like for you to do on that.
All right.
Okay.
I see.
Yeah. What that was to see how much of
Uh-huh.
her, how much of her you managed to invite there, because once again, you're inviting the lady you serve who is extremely anti-fiend.
Hmm.
And while nobody else is aware of this, you're traveling with somebody that is at least part fiend,
Uh-huh.
and then B, you've encountered an archfiend in town.
Mm-hmm.
But as you do it, you notice the shadows creep in. Uh, there's a plethora of whispered voices inside your head. You can't make out what they're saying,
Mm-hmm.
just knowing that they're there.
All
So
right.
at this point, you realize you did catch her attention. You feel validation as she seems to have accepted your oath.
All right.
And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you start getting mental images of the town of Tellus as a whole. And there seems to be this large figure, this satyr like figure
Mm.
that
I see.
you are getting a very clear image of. And with that, you can sense anger, disgust, and hatred coming from the shadows themselves inside your mind.
Ah, classic. Sounds like fun.
And then the image completely zooms into the pub where Flicker's currently performing at.
Hmm.
As you get the sense, as you can see these satyr's hands,
Hmm.
almost ethereal like, wrapping around
Uh-huh.
Flicker, wrapping around where Flicker's at himself.
That's not good at all.
Yeah. And so, as you can see, we're waiting on Combi to come back to continue
Yep.
this because there's a whole 30-minute period of roles and things for him to do.
Yep.
We can take a quick break if anyone needs to.
It's almost break time for us anyways, because normally we take a break about 10:30. So it's right around break time for us anyways.
So, okay, I'll just switch over to the TTH BRB.
Okay. We will be back about 10 to 15 minutes, chat.
trying to see where it said Crow's band, and there wasn't. I don't know why it didn't show. They were not. Crow went on a banning. That right?
Hello, everybody. Can you hear us?
Can y'all? No. Hold on.
You might want to unmute the Discord.
Okay, can you hear us now? Hold on. I'll be back in like 2 seconds.
There we go.
All right.
Oh.
So, Marcus, you got that image. What are you doing with that image? This is roughly 6 o'clock. Your ceremony is complete. You've been given that image of this fiendish satyr grabbing these ethereal hands, wrapping them around Flicker inside of the pub.
Bartman.
I'm back. I
Saisha,
finally-
you there?
Give me a minute.
Oh, nope.
There. What's it called? There we
he
go.
is. That is such a cute little
I-
chibi.
I honestly don't know what was going on there. I was responding the entire time. For some reason, it wasn't going through my mic. I wasn't muted either, which is odd. But I'll be wanting to get back to Flickr as fast as possible to let him know of what I saw.
Okay. So, zooming back to 5:30. Flicker, roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Like this. Where is my thing?
So
Wisdom
why-
say +1.
So while he's doing that, Hope, Ari,
Oh no.
the game's called to the close. The game has come to a close. Griselda and everybody's, they've taken off their costumes, their cosplay. They shut the tables back over the door to keep the cold out. Jovi and the rest of them are going to go to the pub to watch Flicker perform. What are you going to do?
We'll follow. The pub's also the place where you can talk to the bartender and figure out what's going, if they've heard any rumors. So there's that.
Okay. So as you walk through the door, Flicker's giving what's possibly the best performance he's ever given that you've known.
That we've known, yes.
Yeah. Flicker, as the door opens, what you see, you see Jovi come in first, and you see the other four that was with him. Where are you going, Ari?
I was actually gonna see if any of the stores had anything in sense of like to dehydrate or anything like for meats and stuff.
Okay, that would be like the general shop right there. The food shop would be down here.
Ah,
And given this time of night, it would be closed.
oh. I guess I'm
Womp
just
womp.
learning.
You are a thief.
I
Breaking
am
and
a thief.
entering.
Could I observe if there's anyone around?
Roll me a perception check.
Perception. Do.
Oh,
Oh gosh.
You didn't notice anything. You saw snow.
I saw
Yeah.
snow.
So you're not used to seeing all this snow, and there's this thing called snow blindness.
Oh,
Everything's white, and it's even with the darkness starting to settle in, it makes it super hard. You ever try to look out at right as the sun was setting or the sun was rising, and you know how hard it is to see? You're facing that along with the blinding reflection of it all in your face from the snow and the ice around you.
I guess I'll go towards the sound of the bard's horrible music.
Well, he is playing the best that we've heard from him.
It is actually not horrible this time.
I can play Freebird now.
Yes.
won't you? I actually know how to play the solo on piano. I just need the sheet music.
So, Flicker,
Ooh.
What's up?
as the doors open, you see Jovi walk in as he nods and gives you a wink.
I'm
And you see him sit down at a table along with the four other people that you actually recognize from the game that y'all breached and cleared earlier. And those are the only four people you see come in.
I gave a middle finger to the rogue.
You don't see the rogue come in.
Oh.
You do not see Hope or Ari come in.
Oh.
Your attention was so focused on Jovi.
No, actually, as a matter of fact, there's a part of you that was hoping they'd come in. This is the best performance you've ever given, but they never came in.
Womp womp.
Makes sense though in a way because it's not like any of you were ever really friends to begin with. It's just a business arrangement.
Whoa, hold on a minute.
Wait, who disconnected?
Sasha. Marcus. Yeah. Yeah, he's having problems. Technical problems. Hello. Do you have like one of those? What is those cords called, Zansu? Ethernet. Yeah, you might want to try Ethernet because we had problems. Okay, cool. did something. Okay, I fixed it. Perception, right? Well, it should be something I'm good at. Not the dice. No. Yeah. Snow blindness apparently affects indoors. What happened? Hold on just a second. I got a notification that OBS has crashed, and I don't hear anyone on Discord. I can hear you, but I don't think anybody can hear you. Yes, but this is a OBS. Yes, thank you for the hydrate. Everyone hydrate while we fix technical issues. Okay. You can hear them? It makes sense. I got my own separate mic, but the Discord voice chat isn't. Does that make sense? Okay. It's still not picking up. It might. Keep doing it. It might help. Everyone, can you hear? Okay. So, yes, Discord voice chat is not working. Wah, wah, wah. I also left the notification about the OBS. We'll be right back, everyone. And Zansu's here too. You'll be able to hear him.
Back up.
Okay. Whoop. Do you want to mute that or?
Everybody, please just give me 1 second while I try to fix these technical difficulties. Okay, everybody. I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to try to stop the stream and restart it and figure out what's going on with OBS. Yeah, so I'm gonna see if I can just restart OBS and that fix it. We will be back shortly. For those of you that don't understand, for whatever reason, OBS just stopped picking up the Discord chat. So now nobody can hear anybody that's not immediately on the mic.